Oh, there's been a mistake. Oh, there's been a mistake.
Welcome back to another racing video. Today we're at Karting North East for a one-off event ready for the trophy presentation. Today it is a little bit greasy, which we all know that I do tend to enjoy. We've got some of the regular faces and maybe some new ones too ready for the championship next year. Now I do strongly recommend this championship, especially with the prizes actually given. So it's normal format. We're going to get a 15-minute qualifying, a 15-minute race, and then a 15-minute final. Also a little bit added on, since it isn't part of the championship, you will also get a fully paid round for the first round of K&E. So we managed to qualify second going into this one, which good old Zach is first. A little fast little twerp he is, so we need to make sure that we get a good getaway and try to see what we can do. Now, as I mentioned, we've got some new faces on this one, so going in between us you can just see there is Jamie Hunter. Now this is the first time Jamie Hunter is doing seniors, and he's right up there with it, so we'll see exactly how we can do in these races. Now we do manage to hold it round the outside, going around the first corner, again going all the way around the outside of the dog leg, and we are managing to keep first position. Now, being honest, there is a couple of lines that you can actually take going around the dog leg. However, we want to make sure that we are on the good list and not the naughty list of going over them curbs, as we don't really fancy a black flag. Although I was debating actually starting at the last of this one. However, I was maybe in the mood to get that nicely first paid round of the first round of K&E. And quick shout out to Claire, or Zach's mum, for actually taking the footage from the sidelines, which we're able to see a little bit of a different angle of what the first lap is like, so thank you very much. Which we can see Zach is head on our heels, so we need to make sure that we get a little bit away as best we can. So we do skip a little bit further forward to, well, lap 2, lap 3. As we can see, we're able to go all the way around the outside where it is a lot more grippier, especially since there's no rubber there. Now we can see Zach going for the tight line. Now we do manage to just not turn going on the second part of dog leg, so there's no way that he could have managed to get a switch back, and at least we controlled that corner. But we know he's faster in this one since he did out qualifiers in first place, although it wasn't too much into it, and it is very hard to overtake in the wet. However, something happens in this race which might make it a little bit more interesting. So our job right now is to have an eye exactly where Zach is. And if we look over our left, someone must have hit a lovely puddle, because I can see all the smoke and spray come off the back of his cart. Now again, we have a quick little look over our shoulder, because we know that Zach is definitely wanting to overtake. Now he was extremely nice here, he didn't give us any taps. But again, in the second race, I can't say that I was as nice. And maybe it wasn't even who Zach I was being nice to. So you will find out a little bit later. Now the track was very interesting today, as it wasn't wet. It definitely rained overnight, but it's just very greasy, so sometimes you find grip in the most weirdest places. This horseshoe bit was my favourite bit, because you just drift it all the way around, and if you drift it nicely enough, is that you just catch this bit of concrete where you've managed to find the grip and you're able to hit it straight going on the last part of the horseshoe. However, didn't really carry that much speed round, and then we see Zach suddenly just to make that overtake. I give him the tap. I'm too slow down to manage to get the actual undercut back onto the straight, so we are playing a little bit of catch up right now. Nothing actually happens for the next sort of 5 minutes, so we do skip ahead. Now if we just take a nice little look of those numbers on that, and it is number 4 and 29 getting a black flag. Now we are number 4, and surprisingly enough, Zach is number 29. Now this is for curb warnings, which I do warn you all the time in these videos, and if you do go to Warden Law, they are on it, shall we say, especially for the higher carts. They want to make sure they last as long as possible. As we've just seen Zach absolutely murder the rumble strip curb there. However, I don't think it really bothers the cart, and I'm not quite sure which curb we're getting wrong for. So we know at the end of this lap that we've got to actually come into the pits. Now as we're coming around the actual horseshoe, we can see that we do have a little bit of the edge. Zach maybe slowed down for this last lap as well, doing a completely different lap line to him. Now we can see the marshal actually just pointing us onto the straight. Now I didn't know who that was for, so I decided to come in anyway. Now as we pull in, we just get the telling off, should we say, but this is what gets said.
There's been a mistake. Actually read the sheet wrong. You didn't get 2 warnings. That was your first warning. Okay. What we're going to do, we're going to wait for Zach to come back round and stick you right next to him. Alright?
That's fine.
Yeah.
Which curb?
Dog leg.
The rumble?
I'm not sure specifically. All I know is up a dog leg.
Okay.
Yeah?
Okay.
We did try and wave you off.
I know, I
That's
saw.
not the message.
Oh,
You didn't. So,
oh, that's fine.
yeah. Well, like I say, Park up with that light, we'll make it red when it goes green, send it.
Which is exactly what we do. Now, they are quite nice for warden law that do make them little mistakes that they do put you out in the same position as you've seen on my previous videos. However, I'm pretty sure Zach takes advantage of this sometimes, but nevertheless, so we do manage to just slip in exactly where we were. Now, we didn't exactly know how long was left of the race. We're pretty sure there was maybe only 1 or 2 laps. So if we're going to make a move, we had to do it now. However, I've been sat in the pits for about a minute, or indeed the lap times at the minute is something like 90 seconds. So for a minute and a half. So my tyres are a little bit colder, so Zach maybe has that little bit of an edge. So we want to see exactly how close we can get by the end of the race. In that time as well, I've been in the pits. Zach's got that extra lap, so the track could have evolved a little bit. However, it doesn't really that much. So we can see our lines are still very much the wet, making sure that we're not trying to carry too much speed around the exit of the corners or around mid corners. We just need to point in the right direction where we want to go and basically accelerate. We can see we are very pointy. On our steering, we want very precise. When we go in, we want a nice sharp movement. One movement is as best that you can do once you point in the right direction to accelerate. If we do look a little bit of ahead, we can see some karts. So these are some back markers. So I am actually a little bit hopeful that I might be able to get right on the bumper of Zach. As we can see, we are doing a good job. Maybe outbraking him going into gasworks, but it is very much easier being the following kart on this. However, I noticed my fastest point of the entire day was this horseshoe. We can see I'm just very tight going into there with maybe just losing the back end, maybe trying to make it too smooth, and again maybe cutting it straight to go back onto the straight. So we can see that we just haven't got the edge to get a nice overtake on the car in front. However, something which I did do a lot in qualifying was just have faith and just to go around the outside of someone. I know this is where all the grip is. If many people haven't done the way at warden law, they do try and keep or stick to try and get the apex as best they can. But at least if I had faith that he wasn't going to spin out or go too wide, which can be dangerous sometimes. So we can see Zach got that little bit away. There is another car in front, but as we can see by the lap timer, this is our last lap, so this is our last chance to get a P1 on race 1. So we can see maybe Zach is lining that overtake up, trying to see exactly where he can do it without losing the most time. I just want to be overtaking anyone as fast as I can. Now he does actually slow Zach up there. I'm worried again. I'm going into the chicane. Where exactly can I get this overtake done? I'm definitely going to get slowed down. We can see I get right on his bumper here, give him a little bit of a tap, and I didn't mean to. Managed to get nice sharply turned, and we think that we just get him on the inside going into gasworks, which is not ideal. We do need to make sure that we do run the concrete runoff, because that is where the grip is. Worried that the car in front was going to lose it again. Do the chancy move of going around the outside. Don't recommend, especially in a full race, because that is normally how you get taken out and lose all your positions. But there was a little bit of a gap between Jamie behind me. Now Jamie has done amazing in this one. He did come third in race 1 for his first race in seniors. Absolutely amazing. So we got Zach first, me second, and Jamie third, ready for the next race. But let's check out my post-race talk through. But before that, let's see Zach do a silly mistake. Right, so race 1 is done. We did pretty good. You may have seen that black flag.
Oh, there's been a mistake.
Which, if I do keep it in, was a bit interesting when it was by mistake.
Oh, there's been a mistake.
But maybe not as interesting for you to watch that one. But maybe a good thing to do if you want to try and learn the wet here. It wasn't too wet, it is just very greasy. So it's not full wet lines, it's just trying to find the grip where you possibly can. Zach did really well. And a new addition to the lightweight seniors this year is Jamie Hunter. Now you might remember Kev Hunter that we raced with beforehand, who did heavyweights last year. So it is his son. Now we're going to have some competition this year because he is pretty fast, as he did give us that hit off the line, and I actually thought that he may have got first place by the first corner. Now if you haven't already, please do consider subscribing and liking the video. Now on to the next one. Now, I did say maybe it's a good one to be watching the racing lines. I will be putting the raw footage out on next Wednesday, so you can actually watch the full thing unedited. So if you want to try and learn, you can go from that. Now, a little bit of a deja vu in this one. We've just seen Jamie absolutely rocket off the line and get into P1 and leave us. Now, Zach again didn't get a good enough start. I had the worst. and then we see Jordan has managed to get to second place there. Now I'm in the wrong place, being honest, trying to go around the outside of dogleg that time. I am conscious I want to be in the front as fast as I can. As we can see, I'm a little bit argy-podgy against Jordan. Wasn't expecting to actually run into the tyres on that the exit of dogleg, but we just need to maybe take a big breath and see exactly where we can get these overtakes done. We're feeling pretty good on this one. We did have a good race one, so now we just need to see what we can do on this one. Now, all this year we did see some snippets of Jordan now and again in this race. He was absolutely flying, so it is good to see people just evolving throughout the year and getting to the top of that field, which I would imagine is going to happen all of next year. As I said, there's a lot of new faces, but maybe not as fast as Jamie's managed to get away, especially since it's his first time. Now, I am wanting to get the overtake on Jordan wherever I can. Now, it's not really clever trying to go around the inside in the way of gasworks, especially there. I'm thinking that can I get him onto the horseshoe, especially since I'm taking a much tighter line than everybody on this middle bit where we're turning left, and then see if I can get the actual cut through. However, it wasn't quite close enough on this lap, but we want to see where we can get on the next. Now, we do get a little bit argy-bargy, which you will see in a couple of corners time, but again, I've just lost too much speed actually trying to make that overtake on the last corner. Now, we will just skip a lap ahead. As we can see, not much has changed except for Jamie has absolutely gone the distance. Now, this lap, we can see Jordan's maybe made a mistake going around that first corner, which allows me to get close enough. Now, I am taking a little bit different lines. I maybe decided to actually go down the inside of the dogleg there, accidentally give him a little bit of a tap. Again, I've managed to just get so much traction, and we pull alongside Jordan here. Now, I do think I had the move done, because I wasn't expecting trying to come back down my inside coming into St. John's, which it does. I'm suddenly on the grass, and we are side by side. Again, I don't really fancy being around the outside of this first centre, because that is normally when you end up down the hill. I turned that little brake a little bit earlier, turn that little bit earlier to pull alongside. Again, just put him further offline, try and get him to force a mistake, and which I do. Whether he gets into the second centre, it goes a bit too wide, I get a little bit more traction. Now, this is what I didn't learn in the first one, is there's quite a lot of grip actually on the first bit of the chicane to go around the inside. So that is maybe one to note, especially for further on in the race, to see if I get an overtake there. Now, we can see Zach has absolutely gone, and Jamie as well, but suddenly as we skip a bit further forward, or indeed 5 minutes, we're suddenly on the back end of them. Now, we were absolutely flying in this one. I was absolutely a second and a half faster than anyone. Maybe a bit luck of the carts. Definitely Zach and Jamie were slowing each other up on this one. Now we can see again a little bit of sideline footage of maybe when I'm thinking about making the overtake on Zach. Again, maybe not the wisest trying to go down the inside here, but at least he knows I'm there. Maybe forcing him to make that mistake, exactly like what we did with Jordan. Again, as we're coming into the gasworks, we can see exactly just how much more confidence I have, especially on this first entrance, going right on the concrete, and again cutting it tight going into that bit. Again, I've put him a little bit offline. Zach here, we're able to get the switch back, and there's another position done. We can see from the sideline footage, I'm already in front of him as we come out the corner. I did have that, as I said, a bit luckiness with the actual car. As we can see, Zach give hand signals on the side. So now we've got one more to do in the next 3 minutes to try and get Jamie. Now, I wasn't sure exactly where I might have actually got him. I guess it is his first race in seniors, and I was joking beforehand that we went out that he's got to get used to being with the big boy, should we say, that he may get a little bit of taps here and there. So keep an eye on how many times that I may have tapped him in this race. Have a guess now, leave a comment down below, and even guess where I might get that overtake done. Now we can see that we're all just able to just ease off them brakes a little bit easier going into the corners, so we're all getting that little bit by bit, each time getting closer and closer, so we can try and eye up that move exactly where. Now he is that little bit faster coming out of corners. He is a little bit lighter than me, but I don't really like using that too much as an excuse. So, but he is driving absolutely amazing. Now, maybe about a year ago, is I remember we had a test session, just me and him, on an extremely wet day, because he was in it for the championship and he just was worried that the last round would have been wet. So we had a little bit of a coaching session and he absolutely did amazing. Now if we're just checking out, right, there goes Sam facing the wrong way, and a little bit of a jump from the marshal just in case we actually hit him, but that does allow us to get right in the back of Jamie as well. We can see his lines are tight. He's maybe making a couple of mistakes here and there, just putting him a little bit under pressure, and at least he's keeping an eye out exactly where I'm at. As we can see, that little bit of straight line speed, which I think it might just be that little bit of a weight. Now we haven't got much long left. We've only got 2 minutes, and at the minute, if we're lapping around about 95 seconds, which is what I was doing, that's maybe a lap or 2 laps only. As you can see, I'm giving a couple of little taps here and there. Now what I didn't see is it was a yellow flag on at that corner, but it suddenly turned green just as we passed. So if you do maybe go back in the video, you can see just as it at the corner of my eye turns green. So I was kicking off that Zach was about to overtake us, but when I did look back, it was green. Now there's so many yellow flags, so I know I need to make an overtake as soon as I can, because there might not be many opportunities. Now I'm just eyeing up to see if I'm getting into the actual second centre here. It's went a little bit wide going up to the second centre. Again, I'm thinking, can I get him on the inside? I've done this before. I know there's grip. He seems on the inside, but there wasn't enough grip. Give him a little bit of a push mid-corner. Didn't mean to, but at least I didn't push him off the track. Again, another yellow flag. I cannot do anything. I'm just getting ready for as soon as it turns green to make that opportunity. Now, we just want to make sure that we give a little bit of room to the cart on the outside. We certainly don't want to plough into him. Again, I thought about going around making a bit tight, although that would have been on the grass actually coming out the exit of Gasworks. Again, we've got so much speed going around here. I did not mean to actually tap him again going around there, and I'm sure when you watch this video, I'm just going to say sorry now. Now he's going around there. He seems to get a little bit squirrely on the exit of the last corner. Might be worth just actually cutting a bit straighter, stopping that a little bit more, and then just accelerate when you're in a straight line. Now this is going to be our last chance to get an overtake if we can. So this is when the bit of excitement, my heart rate was definitely going in the car. I didn't know this was the last lap, but I know that we had the pace to get something done. We can see tried the Zach line of going around the inside there. Maybe didn't work for him on this lap. It's allowed me to get right on his bumper again. Maybe thinking about going into St. John's. He knows I'm there. I'm putting him under pressure. Again, a little bit of tap. Didn't want to put him on the grass, and if I did, I would have absolutely pulled over and said sorry. That's the worst thing to do, especially first race getting taken out. So again, first centre, we get right close to the bumper. Now we are very close. We're thinking about the overtaking the second centre. We didn't quite think that. Now we know there's grip on the inside going to the chicane. He just goes a little bit squirrely on the exit. Now we've pulled alongside. There's absolutely no way he could have pulled that all the way around the outside. We've now got the lead. We just now to make sure that we don't make any mistakes. We've got a cart in front. I am a little bit worried that they may mess me up. However, there's a yellow flag. I put my hand up to make sure that Jamie's seen it as well, so at least I know this corner I am safe, but I still got to be that little bit conscious in case he didn't see the yellow flag. Now coming out of the gasworks, again we just want to drift it nicely around, keeping it a little bit tight, because if we leave any gap open, any race is going to go for it. Again, we know we're pretty fast going around the horseshoe. I'm worried that this cart in front is going to just mess me up. Now we do just manage to hold a lot of speed going around the outside. There's no way he had enough speed to actually get me. I didn't realise the last lap. There's a checkered flag, and then that is a victory for us. So very sorry, Jamie, for taking that win away. It really well deserved second place, and Zach came third in this one as well. So hopefully you enjoyed that one. I certainly did. We certainly boosted the speed midway through that race to try and get that win. So really happy with that. That means that I do get a free round when the championship starts again. And now we'll wait until the trophy celebration.
Wilson, 5th, Matthew Nicholson, 4th, Jordan Navarro, 3rd, the little step, taking the little silver trophy, Zach Burgess, coming up.
A little prayer.
Second, on the right here on my side, we have Jamie Hunter, first time in the first who appears up on the top, the winner of that trophy and this gift certificate, Tom Shipman. And that's one for you.